All right, here we're taking a look at a Jupyter notebook. I will put a link to this, to the GitHub of this notebook in the description. So what we have here is we have a very simple example of a news item, and this news item here, which is, here we go. I just picked this as an example. So this is something that has happened recently that the LLMs don't know about yet. Why Norway's record-breaking climber is facing backlash after Sherpa death. So what we're going to be showing in this simple example is without using embeddings, without using a vector database, without using a context lookup, we are going to just simply access the data and to be able to answer a question with our context filled in. So here, there's the article up there. This is just environment variables. So to keep it consistent, I've got the .env. So there's going to be a .env with variables that you want to feed in. And actually in this example, we don't really need any variables except for the API key. And just so I don't upload my API key by accident, I'll do it in a .env secure. So you can, by specifying the path, you could have any name .env file. And then you could pull in the one that's applicable to what you're working on. Here we're using OpenAI. So let's start from the top here. We'll do this, we'll execute that. We'll execute that. And now here's the first query. So this query is before OpenAI knows any context because it hasn't loaded this event into its model yet. So it does not know any context. And so it comes out with this answer. Question was Kristen Harla accused of climbing over a reporter, blah, blah, blah. No, Kristen Harla was not accused of climbing over a reporter. There is no available details about this incident. Okay, the next, what I'm going to do is go and load in a bunch of context. So here we're not doing any embeddings or anything. We're just loading in straight text. So this is from that same article. This article here, just copied in as text. And then if we run the large language model, we get an answer back that makes sense. The Norwegian climber Harla is accused of continuing her ascent, blah, blah, blah. Makes total sense. And then this next closing example. So this is a basic example of how to use R.A.G without a database or anything, just loading in the information as raw text. And one of the downsides is you can very easily hit a token limit. The token limit is quoted here. Most models have context length 2048 tokens. Newer models, which supports 496. A token is around a word. You could get the exact definition by Googling it. And here's some more information from OpenAI. They've increased their context window, which is this. If you look up here, I'm building my query, and this is the context. So it's a big long string in Python, and you can see that OpenAI, they're increasing the number of allowed characters in that context window. So here, I've got a big long stream of text. If I go down to the bottom, okay. Here I loaded in a bunch of information, more than one article, like 3 articles. And what I was trying to do is hit that limit. There'll be a token limit where if you try to feed in too much information without using a database, you'll end up getting an error. So what I have here is, in the context, I have a bunch of information, and then actually at the end, I have this little segment that will show the number of tokens. So now we're up to 4,300 tokens, and I had set the max number of tokens to like 40. And it'll show you this little segment here will show you the number of tokens in the prompt, which was 4237, and the result. Oh, and there I have specified the max output token, so that's why it's cutting off the response. Anyway, this is just a very, very simple example of how you can use R.A.G without any embeddings or anything, just loading the text directly into the prompt that you send to OpenAI as context. That's it.